You're listening to the sounds of Salford, from the UK going out to the world.
I was happy. Okay, we're losing. I thought we showed some desire. Our young kids stood up well. Having Woodsy in the house and Josh Ganton playing 80 minutes, it's good for us. You know, the fact that we can give a good team, I know Salford have players out as well. The fact that we can give them a decent game, you know, I'm alright, I'm okay. I'm the world's worst loser, but I feel okay today. Thought we had a real dig.
What did you say to them at half time?
Just take your chances, just give yourself a chance to get yourself in the game. I thought our yardage D, them coming out to their end, wasn't good enough in the first half. In the second half it improved, and then we got some decent field position, and then we scored. So it's so simple, my job. It's untrue.
Well, we won the second half, didn't we? I mean,
Yeah.
that says it all. I mean,
Yeah,
you know,
always a positive, Joe.
Yeah.
Always positive. I feel exactly the same way. I'm not down in any way. I'm chuffed for them young kids what's got to another game. Some good experience and we did some good things.
Is Sam okay?
His foot sore. Right. I'll check it out. He's swelled and sore. And for him to say I can't go back on at half time, it's not like him. I knew. There's no need for me to persuade him. He had to come off. Had to play next week.
Yeah, all right.
Did Frank Powell get an injury as well? Because he went down the tunnel.
Yeah.
Came back on.
Yeah, he had a problem with back. So fair play to him. I mean, I've seen he plays Joel playing where he's not good and not trained all week. So they all stood up. You know, we just give ourselves too much to do. I think they tried just after half time, hurt us badly. You know, but they've got good players, haven't they? Robert Lewin and Michael Dobson, good halves. And I thought they took a lot of juice out of us in the first half. But the second half, there's a couple of times when if we'd have scored during our right edge when Budgie dropped it, if we'd have scored that try, it was game on. So positive in our dressing room. I'm chuffed. You know, Josh playing 80 minutes. It's a great effort.
Has he surprised you how well Salford's doing this year?
No. Ian's a good coach. He's a good guy. I like him, and they've got some good talent. So he's not surprised me. I said pre-season that they'll not be far off Salford. They're a good team, you know, and they've got a few players out and they're still playing well. And so, yeah, they're a good club. Good club.
You going to get anybody back, Sean? Is the injury list receding, or
if some more go easy on lockers, might get him back. Mickey's free. Apart from that, Gels and Morgan and Tommy, all the rest are no chance.
Any update on Escray and Gelling, Sean?
Yeah, Escaray's long. He'll be next year. Gelling, he's going to be a long time. I can't put a definite time because we've got another scan on top of his tib fib into the knee joint, so we'll have more idea on him when we get into scanning him.
So is that Escray gone for the rest of the year?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
What's he done?
He's made a mess in his knee. He's torn a few things and I'll switch off when Dr. Stark tells me what he's done. I just want to know how long. I can teach him how to pass.
Wow.
You what, sorry?
Fingers in the ears and just sort of
Yeah.
give it all.
Yeah. As soon as you mentioned a few months, I switched off.
Is that him at the World Cup then? If he was going to be in the France Cup, would he be available for that?
Oh,
Or is that a bit
yeah. I'm not bothered about France. I just want us to get a playback.
What's been Josh Wood's performance?
Good. I thought he did. You know, and he can play better than that. Him. Yeah, but I thought he did some nice touches, did some good things, and what shocks these young kids is after 10 minutes they were Gant's gone, but he was better after 60. Once he got the wind and the second win back, there was good. Did some good things. You know, there was the reason why we got a foothold in that. You know, losing Sam. You know, it hurt us. Putting Nick in. Nick's got a whack in his jaw. We send him for an X-ray. Man, broke his jaw. So all things considered, we're okay.
When you went 28-0 down, did you fear the worst from a score point?
Yeah, I did. But I knew we'd not thrown anything at them. You know, we kicked on play 3 and 4. I don't know how many times. So I was sending a message on about getting the end of our sets, just asking a question on play 3 instead of kicking it, as in the play. And we did that in the second half. So if they'd listened a bit more to me in first half, we were all right.
Is Woods a part of your first team squad?
No. If you see the numbers, we're like 39 now, and if we hit 40, that's an all-time low. And I don't mean that in a negative way to Woods. I thought he did a good job, but we just showed what we're after at the minute.
But he's certainly in the team earlier than you did.
Oh yeah. He's got good attributes, Woods. I like him. And whether you're full-time with us or not, he comes down, trains, he knows what we're about.
Has this game against Swinton coming up now, has that come at a good time, really, now?
I don't want to say, John Duffy would be loving if I say
Yeah.
If I won't want to play all the way, so we'll get a few players back, and we'll have a proper week on Swinton. We're going to do our review tomorrow, and then we're going to have a full-on week. It's a Challenge Cup week. So we'll be going there expecting a really tough game. A lot of Wigan lads in our team, so they'll be having a dig. So I'm looking forward to it next week.
You have that dual red link up. Any chance he can lend you a couple of points?
Yeah. I mean, seriously, I'm going to be giving a ring when I'm finished. All good? Thank you very much. Cheers. Thanks. Cheers. Thanks.
Easy, this, isn't it, Ian?
It's far from easy. It's like I say it all the time. It's a good group of players and good group of people to work with as well, who buy into what we put in front of them, really. And it's all credit to them that they go out and execute what we speak about and what we ask them to do.
28 up, you must have thought, are we going to take our eye off the ball? It's happened in the past, hasn't it?
Yeah, we've just spoke about that in there because we felt like we did to a certain extent, and we're saying what we've got to be now is when we're getting them situations is be like what the teams like Wigan and say the Warringtons and Settlers have done in the past, where you're ruthless then and you really put your foot down then, so you keep going with the same mentality. And it is hard, that, and it's a talent within itself to be able to do that. But the more you get in big games and you understand them and you start to win, the more you get that kind of buy it. I just felt we shut up a little bit in the second half, and then Wigan started running harder, started having a bit more impetus in the game, and then that puts us on the back foot, and that's why we conceded. So, like I said, the boys did well to readdress that and fix that up.
And that first half defence was outstanding, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, we pride ourselves on our D and what we do, and we practice a hell of a lot of D in situations to make sure that we're composed and we're not flapping, because if you're under the pump and you're really panicking, you're going to concede. So we put a big emphasis on our full-back, and we put a big emphasis on our edges as well to kind of organise and talk our D-line, and they've come up really well today.
And now Levels gave you a nice problem, didn't he? You kept faith in him after he played well last
Yep.
week. He did it again, didn't he?
Yeah, no, he said to Gaz, he did a great job for us. He performed, and we can't ask any more of him than that. And I'm going to back him on the back of that as well. So yeah, got an headache there to select. It was good that we had Gaz on the bench, to be fair, because we had Jono struggling at one point, and then Dobbo just took a little bit of a knock. So obviously Gaz can play half, or we could have flipped Niall to the wing and pushed Bibby into the centre if we'd needed to with the other issues. But it's good to have them out there.
Were there any injuries before for next Friday, do you think? Or?
I'm hoping not, because we're more or less bare bones as it is, to be fair. I know Wigan's kind of had their issues with having 14 players out, and to be fair, the team they put out's a good team if you've got 14 players out. So yeah, we're hoping we've not got any more knocks. Hopefully there should be some guys who come back, but we'll address them more tomorrow.
First win, Ian. First win at Wigan, 20 years, Ian, and first ever at the DW. So
yeah,
good feather in your cap now.
Yeah, somebody's just mentioned it to us there as well. The kind of way we played was really pleasing. The first half, we got them really well, and then when they kind of tightened up, we picked them off. Dobbo and Rob Louis are getting really good with the way we play and being able to pick things at the moment as well. And like I say, our outside backs are doing a great job for us as well. So we're looking a good package as a team. We've just got to continue that and be consistent in what we do. And if we carry on in that vein, I'm sure we'll do really well.
Second in the table, we got a bit of a nosebleed.
Yeah. It's good for us to be up there. We don't worry about playing any team. We know if we do our job and we turn up with the right attitude, that we'll win games and we'll compete against the best teams. And that's probably something that we kind of worry about a little bit. Is in the past last year, which team was going to turn up with the ones with that attitudes on it. This year we've just been on it every single week at the moment, and we need to continue that.
Okay, next week in Cup.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one. Going to be an interesting. Hopefully, we've got a few more bodies back as well. Hopefully, we've come through that unscathed, so we've got a real good competitive squad to select from next week.
No more last minute drop downs in there.
No, hopefully not. Yeah, no, it'll be a good game. You know, Tim will have them well structured. We've seen a little bits of the clips of what they've been doing. They've been going really well in the championship this year, so they'll be looking forward.
Let's not worry about them. Let's them worry about what.
That's it. Yeah, 100%.
Is Niall off contract at the end of the year?
Yes.
Is he one of the ones you're looking to sign on for further?
We've spoke with Niall and told Niall we'd like to keep Niall. That's in Niall's hands, that, because Niall's like anyone in any walk of life where you've got a job, and at the moment, well, before the last couple of weeks, he was sat behind Gaz O'Brien, so he kind of wants to be a first choice fullback at a club, and you can't blame him for that as a young kid and having an ambition to do that. And I get that from being a player myself, is you want to be a first choice, and that's where Niall sees himself. He wants to be a first choice. At the moment, we had Gaz O'Brien, who has absolutely killed it for the last couple of years for us, who's been keeping him out of his spot. So I think Niall's having a little look at and weighing it up. Is it better to go somewhere else, or is it better for him to stay here? But I've just told him he's got to be certain with the decision he makes, and he's got to be happy with it. But we'd love to keep Niall at the club. Niall knows that. His agent knows that as well. So it's in Niall's hands on that one, which way he wants to go.
Is there a worry that the success on the field is being overshadowed by things off the field, with the whole sort of Manchester Salford thing?
Oh, yeah, a little bit. You're pushing on something now, because last night something narked me a little bit. Somebody said, there's a lot going on Twitter, and I didn't even know the club was releasing a statement. Yeah. And I went on, and there was our squad was on, and somebody commented on it saying our squad wasn't a good squad, and that we were taking Wigan too lightly or something. And I just thought that was kind of a little bit disrespectful to the players who are playing for your club and are going out there wearing the shirt. When I know them kids in there will die of death and run around and tackle absolutely everything the young kids are on there. And the fact was, we're not underestimating anyone. We don't underestimate anybody, and that's why we put a strong team out against Toronto. That's why we come here with as strong as we could. So I think there's a bit of negativity around, which, to be fair, we're second in the table. They need to focus on what's positive. It's easy to go on the negative side and jump on the negative bandwagon. Get behind the team. They're doing really well. They're second in the league. Be positive and enjoy what you kind of got at the moment as well, rather than complaining and moaning about stuff. Back the guys who are doing it, because they're doing a great job out there at the moment.
Just going back to them young guys here, Jake Bibby,
yeah.
I thought he was great again.
Ryan Lannon was absolutely outstanding today. He's he thinks he's the king of Wigan anyway, so after that performance, he's going to be probably a nightmare. But young Jake, great as well. Josh Wood was looking forward, wanted to play here. Connor Williams as well, he's the same. Liam Bent we've had out on loan to Oldham, and he runs around doing about 50 odd tackles every single game. And when I told him in the squad, mate, he was sat in the change room before the game in his 18th man, and he's reading the game plan, and his head's on it, and he's ready to go. And they're all ready to play for Salford. This is where they've been brought up, and they're ready to play for the club as well. So like I say, kind of last night, that kind of upset me a little bit, because I know how much they're willing to play for Salford and what they're willing to do for the club a little bit. So, but they're doing great.
Adam Wallen as well.
Yeah,
every week.
Adam Wallen was outstanding again today. So he's another one who we're talking to as well. So hopefully, like I say, we can keep building the team.
What about Rob?
Rob Louis outstanding. He's a little bit upsetting there because his last plays weren't great today, which we could all see. But I thought he tore him apart. To be fair, in the first half, him and Benny Murdoch. Yeah, Dobbo's been consistently like all year, hasn't he? So that's a bonus for him and for us as a club as well, because we've got that settled partnership, and your heart's.
You're listening to the sounds of Salford, from the UK going out to the world.